Okay, this is Reese. I'm going to be interviewing him.
Hey, I'm Reese.
Okay, so Reese, when did you go to the protest?
Um, if I recall correctly, it was June 3rd in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, was there like a lot of people there?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people there.
Like how many?
I mean, I couldn't give like a number estimate, but it was a great turnout.
Was it peaceful? Like
Yeah,
did
it was
it
peaceful.
wasn't a riot or anything?
No, it was not a riot.
Was it incredible?
Yeah,
How long were you there?
I mean, like, I went with my mom's. Like, I was there a good 15, 30 minutes, you know?
Where are you? Why is it black?
Bro, someone was calling me.
Reese, you can't answer it. Did you answer it?
No, I didn't.
You have a
Where I guess,
triangle. Okay, I can see you now.
but
Okay,
nah.
so no, what do you think about like police brutality and stuff? Like, give me your take on it.
I mean, I don't think every cop is bad, you know, but like, if anyone hates a bad cop more than anyone, it's obviously the good cops because the bad cops make the good cops that are actually doing their job look really bad. But you know, it really needs to be addressed. It's really an issue.
Yes.
As a young black man, you know, I really fear for my life whenever I'm in police custody or anything.
Really?
Yes,
That's terrible.
I mean, like I'm used to. I ain't known anything. I mean, I've never known anything different.
Reese! Oh my god. Okay, what do you think about people saying like all lives matter and stuff?
I mean, like all lives matter. That's just like trying to put Black Lives Matter down.
Yeah.
I was trying to like same
What?
with Blue Lives
Yeah,
because
blue
like a
lives
police
matter.
because the police like they're only a police officer a maybe 40 hours a week, and I'm black like 15 years of my life. You know.
Yeah. It's a great statement. Reese, say something.
I mean, you know,
Come
and
on, just
like
start like ranting about
oh yeah,
racism.
you know, I mean, like it really hurts me whenever people that I thought were my friends make jokes about like the death of George Floyd and stuff, and like just say that Black Lives Matter is just a bunch of riots and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, like I used to think they were my friends, but you know, like if something went down or whatever, and someone was being racist, then I know they would not have my back. Like I know they would not have my back. Like they would not care about me.
What do you think? Do your friends say the N word?
I mean, they don't say the N word. They say the N word. I'm beating their ass. Plain and simple. Period. Point blank.
That's good. So none of your friends. What do you think about people saying it?
I mean, you know, I try not to I try not to let that word have that much power in me. But like, I don't like it though. It is an ugly word. Like I don't even say it
Yes.
myself for real. Like and like I don't like whenever people say it. I don't care if it's not directed to me or not. Like I just don't like the word.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so you like think um that George Floyd's death like was 100% like a result of racism?
100%. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, there's like the police need to be trained more because like there's no way that all of those police officers cannot subdue one man. You know, like there's no way that cannot happen. You know, like there's way more of them. They could have done something else besides put their knee on someone's neck.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. And like in especially with the death of that young man who got killed because the police said that he was reaching for his taser. If you've been a police officer for 20 something years, I'm pretty sure you would know where your taser is and where your gun is at.
Exactly.
Like that just makes no sense.
Yes.
Because like the police need to be retrained and stuff.
So you don't
And yeah,
agree? Not like. What do you think about like defunding the police?
I mean like whenever they say defunding, I think they mean like reallocating the funds and stuff, not completely
Yeah.
defunding all their assets.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because you know like I don't hate the police or whatever. I'm friends with people and their dads are police. And like I don't care if someone's a police or not. It's just there's some bad cops and there's some good cops, and some cops are just absolutely shitty.
Yeah. It's not the cops, it's just like the people that are cops. Okay, just dude, come on, say some random shit.
I mean, I feel like they're always being too aggressive and stuff, and like there's too much police brutality.
Mm-hmm.
But there should be alternative methods to like being able to apprehend someone besides pulling out a gun and shooting them, or putting your neck on them, or I mean, putting your knee on their neck. Because like that's just like absolutely like that is horrifying, and people will make jokes about that.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, like, but like people are confused with the message Black Lives Matter means. Because like the way I look at it, the way most people look at it that believe that statement, they think that white lives, white American lives, they think that they're up here, and then all the minorities are just down there. But like, what it really means with Black Lives Matter, it means that like all the races are equal.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that in today's society.
Exactly. And that's why it's annoying when they say all lives matter, because that's what we're saying whenever we say Black Lives Matter.
And like I believe the protests were peaceful, and at least in my experience, they were like. But at the other ones in Minnesota and all that, those people were not affiliated with Black Lives Matter. There was other people there that were not affiliated with Black Lives Matter that were just rioting and stuff, and it overall gives the organization a bad name.
Yeah, like the rioters just took advantage of all like the chaos. They weren't even like part of the protests.
Because I don't know about you, but if someone was doing that in my city, I would not want that in my city. I would not go out and riot in my own city.
Yeah, exactly.
So like those people were not affiliated with Black Lives Matter. And like it just gives the organization a bad name, what they stand for.
Exactly.
And like it really hurts me because like my grandparents, they grew up during Jim Crow. Like they grew up in the Jim Crow era. They lived in Selma, Alabama, so they seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
They went to the marches. They went to the marches in the Selma Edmund Pettus Bridge. Like they were there. They witnessed that stuff personally.
That's crazy.
And, yeah. I mean, my family was slaves, but I don't hold that against anyone,
Yeah.
I don't look too much on the past, like it's just like it's been going on for too long, though.
Exactly.
But this racism still exists. Like there's still ways to segregate without actually like it being visible. You feel me?
Yeah.
Looks like there's still ways of keeping minorities down, not just Black people, but just minorities as a whole. Like whether it be the school systems, the neighborhoods, or really anything.
Yeah.
But like I'm blessed that doesn't affect me or whatever. But like it could easily be me getting shot by a police officer.
Exactly, like any day.
It fits the description of so many crimes,
Mm-hmm.
Like I could fit the description of so many Black people that committed a crime.
Yeah.
And like scared because I'm finna turn 16 in like 3 months or whatever, and like whenever I'm driving, I'm scared to I might get stopped in traffic and might just die and become a hashtag or something. And I don't want that,
Reese! You're spitting facts.
I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I want to be a victim of police brutality. I mean, I've been harassed by police, it's not that fun,
What do you mean? Like, tell me about it.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I was going to go to my friend's house. My friend's grandma was driving us. It was, probably about 5 people in the car, we had too many people in the car. We had like 4 people in the backseat. I was in the backseat. My homeboy, he was up front, and he's also Black. And, the police officer, he followed us for about maybe 5 miles, just followed behind us, looked who I was in the car, saw 2 Black people. He pulled us over. And then he just sat there, and like we didn't do anything wrong because my friend's grandma was driving. Like she's been driving for a while, so we didn't do anything wrong. He just followed us, and like he just followed us for about 5 miles. Then he finally pulls us over, and he just starts finding random stuff to try to give us a ticket for. Like it was absolutely ridiculous. And then he called other police units there.
What?
Yeah, he called other police units to the gas station because that's where we pulled into because we didn't want to pull around the side of the road.
What were they trying to give y'all a ticket for? Like, what were they saying the ticket was for?
He looked okay. So whenever he got there, he put his hand on top of the car because all police do that. He looked in the back seat. He saw like 4 people. One of us didn't have a seatbelt on because like it's a little sedan. It didn't have like enough seats for 4 people in the back row.
Mm-hmm.
And so well, first of all, y'all don't have enough seatbelts. Like there's too many people back there, and we were at fault at that. I recognize that. And then he was saying that like we were following too close to the car in front of us, and that we were speeding. If anything, the speed limit was 55, and we were going about maybe 52, 53, no more than 55. But he's down a hill, so obviously people are going to go over a little bit faster. But we knew we had a police behind us, so we didn't go that fast, And then he was saying that we didn't turn on the turning signal within a certain amount of feet. I believe he said within 300 feet. He said we did it about 259 feet. But I don't know where he pulled that number out. Like he just made that number up.
What?
And, yeah, like after the additional police units pulled up, he realized that he was at fault, and then he just let us go.
So were the other cops saying anything?
No, they tried to play it off like they were in a party. They tried to play it off like they were going to get gas at the gas station, go inside and get some coffee. They're trying to play it off.
Oh.
But they could have easily told me to get up out that car and just search me and stuff. I mean, I didn't have anything on me, but like still, it's just the thought of that is crazy.
Yeah, for no reason.
Because I know my white friends might get treated differently if they ever got involved with police or anything than I would. Because I know it could go different ways for me.
Yeah, like if you and your friend were in the car, like y'all probably wouldn't have even got pulled over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just because he saw 2 black kids.
Yeah.
And the fact that he'd been following us for 5-something miles.
And Nan wouldn't have been driving. Was it Nan?
Yeah, it was Nan. She was driving.
If she wouldn't have been driving, y'all probably would have got searched or something.
And the cops in my like the police unit or whatever, like the police like agency or whatever it's called, like whatever, like the local one, they don't have body cams, so like it'd be my word against their word. There would be no substantial like evidence to show that I was not at fault or nothing. They just be their word against my word. I mean, they have dash cams, but they don't have like the little body cams on their uniforms or anything.
Why?
I don't even know. Like they don't have those. Like at school, none of the SROs, they don't have that body cam. And like I just, I get scared sometimes because like if something actually happened, it'd be my word against their word.
Exactly.
And especially since the system is controlled by white people,
Yeah.
And like there's no minorities on it, and yeah, especially in the state of Alabama, But like I do get looked upon differently when it comes to the law and stuff, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've had my fair share of legal problems, I'm just blessed I was able to walk away from it.
Yeah.
Because I know it easily could have gone different, And whenever I was like growing up, like I was 8 and stuff, my parents sat me down and gave me talk that police would treat me differently because of the skin of my color.
Really?
Like, yeah. Most black kids have had that talk well before they started driving.
I did not know that was like a thing that happens.
That is a thing. My parents gave me that talk before they gave me the talk.
What the hell?
Yeah, they gave me that talk before they gave me like the talk.
And that's like stuff that like white people don't even realize, because like I never even thought that'd have to be like a thing that happens.
I mean, this is well before. I mean, like at this point, like people like had still been dying from police brutality, like that dude at Fruitville Station. I mean, like it had been going on for a while, like, but it wasn't like how it is now. It was like I get on my phone, I open the news every once in a while, and like I just see a dude got shot because the police said that she was grabbing her taser and pulled out a gun, and I see a 13-year-old boy got shot, and I just see all this crazy stuff, and I see a 15-year-old girl get shot. That one really hit me because I'm 15. That could easily be me and some of my friends.
Yeah.
That could easily be me and some of my friends. You know, me and my friends be doing some crazy stuff, you know, but like at the end of the day, I gotta realize that I'm gonna be treated differently because it's the color of my skin. And like people call me soft and stuff because I just take offense to this stuff. And like it really hits home whenever people say things about it.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I mean, it is stupid though, but like it's just this time it's just made me realize who my friends were and who my friends weren't, and like who to surround myself around, and just to just be more careful. And you know,
Yes.
I'm already on probation, so like a cop could use that against me if they really wanted to.
Yeah, and as an excuse, yeah.
Because whenever I first got in trouble with the law earlier this year, the police came to my house like 4 different times for stuff I didn't have nothing to do with. Like they really did though. Because one time this kid ran away and people said that he was at my house, but you know he wasn't at my house. I don't even like that kid. And then other times it just been about what I did to get in trouble, you know.
Mhm.
And then another time it was because they thought that I egged this person's house, but you know I ain't had nothing to do with that.
And the cops were showing up to your house?
Yeah, they're showing it to my house all the time. Like they know my name. Like they know me.
What?
Like they know me and my homeboy, my big brother Kevin. Like they know both of us. Yeah, like because so many people would just call and say stuff or whatever. Like
What?
for a while. Like I never really told anyone, but like they'd be showing up to my house because like all right, this was the last and final time they showed up to my house. You know, I was just sitting on the couch or whatever. I was eating my everything bagel with my vegetable spread on it. You know, the vegetables cheese spread. You know, I'm just sitting there. You know, I'm watching some YouTube on my phone or whatever, and all of a sudden I just hear a knock at the door. And my mom looks at the door and she's like, you don't need to go to the door. Because like, was just a police officer because, you know, he was serving me court papers or whatever because I got in trouble with the law earlier that year. And, you know, I was so scared. Just, I didn't know what was going to happen because, you know, whenever he goes to the court, that judge can do anything he wants to you. Because, you know, they could have took me to jail right then, or not jail, but juvie right then and there. But they didn't. I mean, I'm just blessed that I was able to walk away from my crimes and just not be punished extremely because it was me and my other friend. He's black, and then this one dude here, but then he's white. You know, so like they easily could have went easy on him and then just punished us, and they especially could have punished my friend because he was the oldest. You know, he would have been held the most responsible.
Mhm.
And you know, like the worst thing is though, these juvenile court systems they don't really focus on rehabilitation. Same with the normal court systems. You know, they don't really focus on rehabilitation because you know, like most of the prisons are full of African American inmates. You know,
Mhm.
but a black man can do the same crime as a white man and get twice the sentence.
Yeah.
Like lives are ruined because of this. Yeah, like lives get ruined because of that. Like it's just like absurd how the court like they're entrusted with the rehabilitation of like people who were wrong, you know, like people who committed crimes, and they don't really focus on rehabilitation. You know, the industrial prison complex it's really an industry. It's really and like the way they make money is off the inmates. You know that is their biggest cash crop. That is their easiest product to restock. They don't really set them up for success when they get back. Like
Yeah.
whenever they get back into society, they don't set them up for success because like they always go back and they're just making more money and spending and like not treating you humanely. It's like if you look in other countries, they have low rehabilitation rates because they use different therapies, they use different methods of rehabilitation. They actually focus on rehabilitation.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the big problem.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, yeah, that could have easily been me, you know. It was like if they wanted to, they could have charged me as an adult. You know, I could have got more than just probation. I could have been. I kind of could have been like locked up, I guess. And you know, whenever I'm locked up, you know, my parents wouldn't have been. But they wouldn't have been able to do nothing to get me out.
Yeah.
Like I would have been property of the state at that point.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, they don't really care in there. They do whatever they want in there.
Yeah.
Like, same with police, though, because, like, in a way, they're the ones that are out here doing the most, you know, out here harassing people. But in a way, they're above the law. They can get off with this stuff. Like, they can get away with it. Like, they not get charged with anything and just maybe get paid administrative leave and then come back to their job like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Because the dude that shot that one man and paralyzed him, he shot him well over 3 times, paralyzed him. He got to return back to his job earlier this month.
Wait, what? I haven't heard about that.
Yeah. And you know, like with the Derek Chauvin, you know, like with his verdict coming in as guilty, you know, I think that was a big win, you know. But I mean, that right there is just a start because, you know, whenever Trayvon Martin got shot, you know, his family didn't receive any kind of justice for real. They might have got a weak little settlement, but like, I don't know about you, but like, if I was killed in police custody, my parents would not just want a settlement. They want full justice. They want to see like justice is served.
Yes.
You know, the thing that I hate the most in this state, you know, I don't really like the self-defense law because, you know, that leads to shooting first and asking questions later. That law needs to be.
What is the law?
You know, like the self-defense law. Like if someone's on your property, again, that leads to so many unneeded deaths. You know, because like it just leads to shooting first and asking questions later. Because like that right there, that's how Trayvon Martin died. He was walking around in the neighborhood with a hoodie and some Skittles. And, you know, those are not very suspicious items, you know. I eat Skittles all the time. You know, people get, like, you know, like, people have been killed because they pulled out their phone. Like, I don't know how a phone really looks like a gun, though.
Yeah.
And, like, it just makes me mad when people say, like, George Floyd would be alive if he complied with police orders. I mean, you know, obviously, most likely, he might have been on something, but, like, the police need to be trained to deal with possibly psychiatric, you know, like, possibly psychiatric people, you know. Obviously, Derek Chauvin was not trained correctly with that because he used that restraint method. And, you know, like, people just always finding a way to, like, just defend the person who is wrong because people are saying that he died of an overdose of fentanyl, but like he did not overdose on fentanyl.
Yeah, like how did he just randomly happen to die like right then? No.
Like he obviously died because he had a knee on his neck.
Yeah.
And you know, whenever people made the argument that that the same thing happened to a white man, to a white man, except you know, his he couldn't breathe for 14 minutes. You know, they tried to use that as a defense mechanism. They tried to use it as a rebuttal to, you know, make the George Floyd thing look not as bad, you know. I don't know what they thought they were doing with that because, you know, that was just proving police brutality.
Yeah.
And then they try to use black on black crime. Black on black crime is like white on white crime. That's just normal crime.
Yeah.
And black on white crime, like, that's like, I mean, like, that's an issue that needs to be addressed, you know. But like, all of these attacks on black people have been racially motivated. Like, there's this case in Louisiana, I believe, a boy who was, I'm pretty sure he was either my age or a little bit younger, you know. Like, this family had killed him, and then they threw him in a sugarcane field, and the police said that he drowned. And his face was mutilated. Like, it was bloody, you know, it was beaten, it was mutilated. Like Emmett Till in 1955. Like, it was that bad. And people just always try to defend the person who's wrong.
Yeah.
Because like police should be able to be held responsible for their wrongdoings. Just like we can be held responsible for our wrongdoings.
Yes.
But like, you know, like the other police officers that have been just a witness and watched someone get like brutally beat by police, they're just as guilty. They're also dirty cops. Like they need to be reevaluated. Like they just need to not be a police anymore. Because whenever you're a police, you take a oath, you know, to defend and protect the city. with honor, pride, and integrity. And I'm not seeing a lot of that. I'm truly not seeing a lot of honor, pride, and integrity. I'm not seeing any of that.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing some power-hungry fools who think it's okay to go around killing people.
Reese, you're good.
All right, Riley, can I wrap this up?
Yes, okay. Okay, thank you, Reese.
Like, also, Angela's kind of